Article 46, Reservations. Reservations incompatible with the object and purpose of the present convention shall not be permitted. Reservations may be withdrawn at any time. Article 47, Amendments. Any state party may propose an amendment to the present convention and submit it to the Secretary General of the United Nations. The Secretary General shall communicate any proposed amendments to states parties with a request to be notified whether they favor a conference of states parties for the purpose of considering and deciding upon the proposals. In the event that, within 4 months from the date of such communication, at least 1/3 of states parties prefer such a conference, the Secretary General shall convene the conference under the auspices of the United Nations. Any amendment adopted by a majority of 2/3 of the states parties present and voting shall be submitted by the Secretary General to the General Assembly of the United Nations for approval and thereafter to all states parties for acceptance. An amendment adopted and approved in accordance with paragraph 1 of this article shall enter into force on the 30th day after the number of instruments of acceptance deposited reaches 2/3 of the number of states parties at the date of adoption of the amendment. Thereafter, the amendment shall enter into force for any state party on the 30th day following the deposit of its own instrument of acceptance. An amendment shall be binding only on those states parties which have accepted it. If so decided by the Conference of States Parties by consensus, an amendment adopted and approved in accordance with paragraph 1 of this article, which relates exclusively to Articles 34, 38, 39, and 40, shall enter into force for all states parties on the 30th day after the number of instruments of acceptance deposited reaches 2/3 of the number of states parties at the date of adoption of the amendment. Article 48, Denunciation. A state party may denounce the present convention by written notification to the Secretary General of the United Nations. The denunciation shall become effective 1 year after the date of receipt of the notification by the Secretary General. Article 49, Accessible Format. The text of the present convention shall be made available in accessible formats. Article 50, Authentic Texts. The Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish texts of the present convention shall be equally authentic. In witness thereof, the undersigned plenipotentiaries, being duly authorized thereto by their respective governments, have signed the present convention.